It's time for some football at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Coming out throwing, but a defender there to stop it. It's going to be 2nd down as they knock it away. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. 2nd down, here's Prescott again. Into traffic, complete. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Vontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
That's caught. It's Kelsey again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Play action now for Prescott. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Stopped by a 2-time All-Pro in his first 3 seasons in the NFL, Trent McDuffie. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Dak throwing again. Here's a screen for Cook. He dodged the tackle, and he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Play action, Prescott. Kelsey's got it right side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's the beauty of mixing up your play calling like a great boxer. You never throw the same punch. Throw some unique looks. And that jet sweep, highly effective at moving the chains.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. First down, here's Dak. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sign of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Back to the air. Prescott dumped off to his running back. Small gain down to the 23. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Brock. Xavier McKinney.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Prescott now on third down. Making the call himself. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Cook prying this one up the gut. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Dak now from the gun. And he's got it. It's in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's third and goal. They send a man in motion. Third and goal, Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got it first to begin the frame. Lamar now from the gun. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, here's Lamar. He's him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Here's Lamar on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Now Jackson off the play action. Called in by Gunner, left side. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And this is going to get him right up near that first down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the throw route.
He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
For it with Barkley. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you got to imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Prescott on 1st and 10. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Dak. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 32. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Drops it off to Cook. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing on first is Prescott. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
And I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Another throw for Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Prescott to throw once more. Gets it to him on the screen. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Dak throwing again. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Third down.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Running back sent in motion. Prescott now on 3rd and 1. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Aubrey puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 31-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now here's Lamar. He can run it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll motion Jefferson left. Back to throw it. Running left side by Jefferson. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they are unable to tie up this contest. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to Bowers outright. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! More momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First and 10 now from the 46. Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Still going inside the 35. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Looks like they're going option keeper on first and 10. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He brings it in. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw, Jackson. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. Escapes the defender. This makes it up to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Dak. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down. Prescott to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Prescott, quick throw, complete. And he's brought down at the line.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now a give to Cook, running left. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They motion the tight end over. First and 10, Prescott. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate? That that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? He'll throw it. Strike downfield to Kelsey. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. One good for a gain of 4. It's second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Again, it's Cook. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the first and goal.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Throwing now. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Desperation time here on fourth. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys have taken the lead late. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. Keeps away from one. He's stopped on the run back to the 27. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. Punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
So first down from the 41. He'll look to throw it. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on third. To throw. Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Just over 40 seconds to play as they line up. Second and 10. Here he is to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to throw it. He's going to run for it. He dodged the tackle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. The Cowboys about set to take over. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. The line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Motion man left is Lamb. Setting up to pass. Going the out route, complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 now from the 46. First down, here's Dak. This to win the game. And it'll be incomplete. They went for it, trying to stun everybody with no time left on the clock. But last, we are headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Robs by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Rolling left side, Bowers has it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Lamar back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Lamar throwing again. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Pistol snap to Jackson. Connects on the crosser. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
10 at the 10-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. And again, it's Jackson. Catch made. That play's brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. From the pocket, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Don't want their first overtime drive to stop now. They got to get 6 on third down. Now to throw. And he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles claim a 6-point lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score. But starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. Stopped on the run back at the 27. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Now it's his turn in overtime. Has him on the quick hitter. Jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Prescott here from the gun. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. 6-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a down. It's first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down from the 42. Dak off the play fake. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
His entire game hinges on them finding the end zone, Brock, as they come up on second down. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Here he is to throw. And no look in, that throw falls to the ground.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Biggest play of OT, the offense is going for it. Throwing now. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys, as they'll have none remaining in OT. First down from the 41. Dak throwing again. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away. The incomplete pass. Here comes 2nd and 10. Another throw from Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Leading 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Motion man left is Lamb. Looking to throw it. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. To throw. And it's caught. He's got Lamb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Prescott again. Drops it off to Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Prescott to throw once more. Hits him on the end route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And it's a touchdown. The new overtime rules gave them a chance to answer, partner, and they came through. This game is not over yet. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
And everyone can breathe easier here as he knocks the point after through. And now it's golden goal here in overtime. Next score wins. These new overtime rules have given us quite the game here, haven't they? Now it is next score wins as we're off again. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, here's Lamar. The right side, caught by Smith. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
All right, Brock, both teams have had their opening salvos. Next score wins it in OT as they come up on 2nd down. Lamar out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well you can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
So here they are, a chance to win this with a field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw is Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And Jackson throwing once more. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looking to put a drive together. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. To the air, Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Allen going to throw. Well, he is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him down complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brian Robinson Jr., a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that will that. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jared Stingley picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker. Like, congratulations, but you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have regained the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Now he's loose at the 40. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 29-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, held in by Lamb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip him inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Allen. Touchdown! George Kittle from 40 yards out. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Short throw caught by Bowers. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's another Eagles first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. A final shot before half for Allen. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Another run to McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Allen to throw it. Kittle catching the slant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen, nifty footwork. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now that he get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
And across the trunk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Niners 21, Eagles 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Now a toss right to Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here in that zone.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Jackson will keep it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. They juked him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To the air, Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. To throw is Allen. Open man Lamb. It's complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And out of bounds right around the 20. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. This is 3rd and goal. to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Piñeiro. This for the lead in the final stages. This is up and good from Piñeiro. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Piñeiro. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Lamar Jackson of the offense, down by a field goal, a minute 11 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing, Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Jackson. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. Open man is Chase, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.